Simple linear regression using simultaneous equation method. Simple linear regression model is giving us y equals to beta naught plus beta 1 x plus error term. So we have beta naught and beta 1, which is the two parameters involved, one independent variable and one dependent variable. So we are not looking at the error term aspect now. So I want to use the simultaneous equation method to find the value of the two parameters, which is beta naught and beta 1. Now, the fact that we have two parameters indicates that we're expected to have two equations. Now, how do we form the equation? First, from this beta naught, the beta naught has coefficient of 1, so which means we don't have any coefficient here. So instead, assume that we're going to use n to multiply the whole of this equation. Now, we cannot use n to multiply y, instead it's going to be summation y. So therefore, we have a summation y, because y is a variable, equals to, then we n beta naught. Beta naught is a constant. Then plus, since we have a variable here, so we have beta 1 summation x. We can name this to be equation 1. Now, equation 2 is going to be formed from the second stand of the parameter. We have x here, so it means we are to multiply the whole of equation with summation x. Now, here we are going to have summation x multiplied by y, we have summation xy equals to beta naught summation x plus beta 1 summation x squared. That is the summation x multiplied by x will give us summation x raised to power 2. So we say this is equation 2. Alright, same way, we have the coefficient of beta, the parameters here, we have n summation x for the row, and it's still the same thing for the column, for the first column, n summation x for the first column. Alright, let's consider this variable here. We have y, x. Now, the value of our y to be 2, 5, 9, 3, and 10. For x, we have this value for x, 2, 4, 2, 4, then we have 5, 8, and we also have 9. So this is the two variable y and variable x. Now for us to apply this equation, we need some variable to be merged together. Now, therefore, from this equation now, we have summation y. So let's say summation y from here. We should sum up all the value in this column together. So if you do that, that is 2 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3 plus 10, and that will give us 29, comma. For here we have n, and n is the number of observation of each variable. Each variable has 5 number of observation, therefore we have 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need summation x. So we say summation x to be equals to, if you add up all these values, 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8 plus 9, if you add up all those values, we are going to have 28. We also need, from here, we need summation xy. So maybe we can form another column and name it xy. Now, how do we get xy? Each value here, we're going to multiply with the corresponding value in x. That's a 2 times 2, we have 4. 5 times 4, 20. This multiplied by this, 45. This multiplied by this, 24. And finally, we have 90. So if we add up all this value together, we have summation xy. And summation xy will give us 4 plus 20 plus 45 plus 24 plus 90. So we have a summation xy to be 183. Now from here we need x squared. I think x squared. That's the last column here. So we're going to square each value in this column. 2 square give us 4. 4 square give us 16. 5 square give us 25. 8 square, that is a 64. And we have 9 square to be 81. So summation x raised to the power of 2, if we add up all these values together, 4 plus 16 plus 25 plus 65 plus 81, that will be 190. All right. Now, each summation here, we're now going to substitute it into equation 1 and equation 2 so that we can have the real equation. So instead of summation y is 29. So we have 29 to be equals to m beta naught, that is a 5 beta naught, plus beta 1 summation x. We have summation x, which is 28 beta 1. Summation xy is equation 1, 183 equals to summation x beta naught, that is 28 beta naught. Our summation x is 28. Then we have summation x squared. Our summation x squared is 190. Then we have a beta 1, equation 2. All right. By elimination method, we want to eliminate beta naught so that we can get the value of beta 2. And how do we do that? The coefficient of beta naught in equation 2, we are going to use the multiplied order of equation 1. And the coefficient here is 28. So we have 28. The coefficient of beta naught in equation 1, which is 5, we're going to use the multiplied order of equation 2. So we have 5 here. And if we multiply all this value together here, we're going to have 812, that is 28 multiplied by 29, equals to this multiplied by this, 140 beta naught, plus this multiplied by this, it gives us 784 beta 1. Let's say this is equation 4. Now, coming to equation 2, 5 multiplied by 183, we have 915 equals to 5 multiplied by 28, we have 140 beta naught, plus 5 multiplied by 190, so that will give us 950 beta 1. So that is equation 5. Now, we can subtract equation 4 from equation 5. And if we do so, subtracting equation 4 from equation 5, we're going to have 915 minus 812. That will give us 103 to be equals to 140 will eliminate 140 if you subtract it. So 140 minus 140, that is 0. Then we need 950 beta 1 minus 784 beta 1, and that will give us 166 beta 1, making beta 1 the subject. So we have beta 1 to be equals to 103, divided by 166. And if you divide that and leave the answer in 4 decimal points, we have 0.6205. So this is the value of beta 1. Now we need beta 2. We can substitute 0.6205 for beta 1 in any of this equation 1 or 2, but let's pick equation 1. So we have a 29 equals to 5 beta naught plus 28 beta 1. Then instead of beta 1, I put 0.6205. Now if I multiply that, we have 29 to be equals to 5 beta naught plus 28 multiplied by 0.6205. That will give us 17 point. If you leave it in 4 decimal points, we have 3740. 3740. Now if you take this out, that will be 29 minus 17.34 3740, and that will give us 11.3740 equals to 5 beta naught. Make beta naught the subject. If you make beta naught the subject, we're going to have beta naught to be equals to 11.3740 divided by 5. And this will give us, if we leave the answer in 4 decimal points rather, we have 2.3252. So this is the value of this parameter, which is a coefficient beta naught. We have 2.3252. Now, the simple linear regression model, considering these two variables given, that is one dependent and one independent, so we're going to have y to be equals to beta naught. Instead of the beta naught, we'll put this value there, which is a 2.3252 plus beta 1. We have our value of beta 1 to be 0.6205. Then we have an x plus error term, although we are not looking at the error term aspect of this regression now. So this is how to use simultaneous equation to find the value of parameters of simple linear regression.